Welcome to Art 10, College of the Desert. I'm Penelope Young. We're going to do a whole 16-week course in 3 weeks, so I hope that you're ready. I'm going to give you a couple warnings about that before the drop date, which is really Friday, January 3rd. We start January 2nd, and then we're going to go to January 22nd. So over here, I'm going to go through these different menu items, these different little icons, and I'll go through this over here and the different weeks. Some of the things you're seeing over here, the for instructor stuff, that stuff you can't actually see in your side of things, but I'll walk you through the important stuff. So when you go to your account, this is me, it's a picture of me, that's about 10 years old actually. I want you to set your notifications right here, and it'll populate, and then you'll choose due dates and announcements, and then grading. Those are 3 important things to include. You can do these other ones if you wish, that's up to you, and you can change them through the course, but it's going to give you a due date, email, and remind you, okay? You can change it to notify me right away, which is what I have right here. Daily, weekly, or don't send me anything. That's the X right there. So again, notify me right away. Send a daily summary. That's weekly summary, and nothing. I highly suggest setting your due dates, announcements, which are basically emails that go out to the class, and grading. So you're going to want to know what your scores are, and you're going to want to see the feedback. Okay, so that's under notifications. You're going to click on the icon. If you don't have a personal picture there, that's okay, but then you're going to go to notifications, and you're going to end up here, and you're going to set your preferences. Okay, so that's one of the first things. Second thing is a dashboard. Now this is showing my fall class, spring, and winter. Okay, so you just click on winter. This might look different. I might add a different image where that green color was. When we click on this course, it's going to take you to the modules. That's what these are here. And there's a drop-down arrow. So we have 4 modules for this course, week 1, 2, and 3, and then learning tools, which is where we are now for this video. When you click here, you're going to get to the same place. That's modules. And home is also set to modules. Right now, it doesn't show any announcements because I haven't sent any out because the course is still unpublished. It's closed. I'm still in December giving you this information. But you'll see a couple announcements right here, the recent announcements. So that gives you a reference point. If you missed something, you can click up here, and that's going to show you the announcements. Now, I'll skip over there just briefly, then we'll get back to where we were. But this is going to give you information, and this should be, because of your notifications you set to receive announcements, this should go to your email. It can go to your phone too, but as you can see, some of this is quite long. I don't advise going to your phone, but if that's what you need to do, go ahead and do that. It's going to give you all kinds of links, and it's going to give you an image up here of the book. We're using the 3rd edition, and I'll repeat that a couple of times. There were some problems. Every semester I have a few problems where some edition and their essays were off. So be careful about that. We're covering chapters 0 through 2.10, and then 4.1 through 4.10. We're not doing part 3, sorry, but we're actually going to do part 4 first, and then you don't need Inquisitive. You don't need the extra online publisher's website, okay? So this will give you basically a lot of what I'm saying here. Our first due date that you're going to have is on the 3rd, and this is to make sure that you're ready for this course. At 3 p.m. you're going to have to submit a couple things, or I will drop you from the course. You can't miss due dates. It's really critical that you're ready for this course. Okay, so I skipped around a little bit. That was dashboard, and then I went into courses, same thing, and then I clicked there, and I can get to the, again, modules page. That's our home page, modules, that's where you're going to go. The other thing over here is calendar. And this is different from your notifications. but it's the same information. So if we go into January, it's going to populate, just give it a second, and it'll show you by month. That's how I have it set right now. If I had it for week, I can change that, and it's a little harder to read, but I'm going to go month, back to month. So this is giving you all this stuff. There's 2 things due on Friday the 3rd. Then our normal due dates are going to be Wednesdays at 11 p.m. So you see how these are all 11 p.m. Sometimes it's 11:05, just give you a couple more minutes because your clock may not have caught up, but by no means is it midnight or 11:30 or even 11:15. So make sure you're sticking to 11 p.m. Then you have the second due date on the 15th. Extra credit is all going to be due on the 17th here, although, and this is going to throw in some confusion, our first Friday is actually on this 3rd. So first Friday of the month is an extra credit that you can do. I'm going to scroll back down here. And that's here, okay? But I'm giving you a week to turn it in. It happens on January 3rd. You can turn it in on the 17th. Sorry, I'm giving you 2 weeks. Okay, the last due date you're going to have in the final everything is going to be on the 22nd. I know, it's kind of crazy. So the first week is about 190 points, second week's 410 points, third week is 400 points. Very hard to get all this done. So that's our calendar. Just make sure you go over that so you feel comfortable. Inbox. This is in some ways, most of the way we're going to communicate. There are some other ways, and we'll get into that later, probably in one of the last videos, because that's going to take up more time. So when you go to write a message, you're going to select the course, and we are Winter Art 10, and then you're going to ask for a name. I'm going to put a J name in there. It's not going to give me anything. I think you guys aren't really officially in there yet, but anyway, a name will come up. No, it's not. It's not going to populate. So the name will be there. You'll put my name in this case. No, it gives me. Okay, so you're going to put in the subject heading, if you're going to communicate with me and say, quiz, I would say chapter 1.2 quiz, due date is incorrect. Okay, or it seems like it's not working, something like that. So, hello, professor. That's me. Something like that. You're going to say something. You'll do a salutation, which is Professor Young, and then you say, I hope you're having a great day, or a good day, something like that. You're always going to keep your emails polite. Now, I'm giving you this information about how to email to me or another person in the class. And I'm also kind of trying to tell you that in the bigger picture, in the real world, this is something you want to take with you. So this is part of our, what we call soft curriculum. You're not getting graded on this, but it certainly will help you to know how to email with me and email with other professors or other people in your life, a boss or whoever. Hope you're having a great day. I have a question on chapter 1.2 quiz. You know, and then sometimes it's something like question number 3 on, I don't know what would that be, on artwork, fig number 1.2.15. So then you say the question for figure number 1.2.15, that refers to the image in the book. The question on that is not lining up. I can't find the right answer. Thank you. Thanks. And then your name. Okay. One last thing on this. If you have a last name that's different from what is listed in the course, please put both each time you email me. Not once, but both. Sometimes there are multiple first names that are similar, and it's really easy for me to just quickly get you guys confused. So make sure you're clear on your name and then hit send. You can attach things here, and there's a video there. Okay, so I'm not going to save that one, but over here, as we went down, account, dashboard, courses, calendar inbox. That's this here. You can email me straight too. We'll get to that. Commons you don't need. Help you will need. So there's a bunch of lists here. Make sure that you're using this 24/7 student line. If something's not loading properly, you can't upload something. That's usually the question I get. You're going to contact Canvas. I know it sounds harsh, but you really need to find other ways to learn how to work online outside of me. Okay, I'm here to teach you art and the subject that we're covering, the chapters that we're covering, the art projects, but any of your tech questions, they're going to have to go to Canvas. And then also there's tutoring. There's some other things that you guys can get into. This training service portal is new. But then you'll get into here and it'll help walk you through things. Okay, so there's all kinds of stuff that is in the course that is not to do with me, that's just to do with how to work online. So that's the stuff that you're going to have to work on your own. Just click that just for the heck of it. Okay, so we're going to get into our next